Fred, your thoughts?
Well, it certainly is cruel and incomprehensible, and I would say the only good news is that the United States exists and is nearby and can help. And certainly an enormous amount of help is needed, and if it's not there already, is on its way. 2 aircraft carriers, and a number of helicopters and planes are now getting in. We know from Steve Harrigan, who was there at the airport a few minutes ago. You know, and it's good that the U.S. can project power, military power, planes, ships, Marines, and so on, because that means it can also project aid. And this is what the U.S. did in 2004 with the tsunami in Asia, which also killed an enormous amount of people, something like 300,000 people. And the only way, and then others died indirectly because they couldn't get water, or they starved or something, but many more would have died if the U.S., with the help from some other countries, but mainly the U.S., hadn't arrived there with all this aid from ships and planes. And I think President Obama is exactly right. The U.S. will be totally committed to doing everything it can in Haiti to save any lives that it can and provide all the aid that's needed.
More, a natural disaster like this is especially hard in a place like Haiti that is so impoverished, so poor, without any of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's just horrific. I mean, probably tens of thousands of people have been killed here. I mean, it is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. The buildings are not well built. You know, if it's not being battered by an earthquake, it's being battered by hurricanes. It's constantly the victim of natural disasters. It's been victimized by its own governments over you know, generations and generations. It is, you know, as close to a godforsaken place as you can imagine. And, you know, and Fred's right. I mean, this is an opportunity for the United States to demonstrate what it can really do well, and that is rescue, because we've got power. And in a way, you know, in a gruesome way, it can be a kind of a fire drill for our own emergency preparedness operations, because, you know, you never know when there's going to be a Katrina or even an earthquake in California, for heaven's sakes. And, you know, this is an opportunity for us to exercise, if you like.
Maury's right. I mean, Haiti is the Job of the New World. It's not only that it's the poorest of all the countries in the Americas, but it's the most ill-governed and the most miserable, literally. And the extent of the tragedy is almost unimaginable. We have already heard that the presidential palace is gone, the parliament is gone, UN headquarters are gone, and these are presumably the best built structures on the island because all the resources are there. So you can imagine what's happened in the slums, the shanty towns, the devastation here. We've heard estimates. If one of the middling estimates of 100,000 dead is true, that would translate on per capita basis. It would have the societal effect that in the U.S., the death of 3 million Americans in one day would have. That's 1,000 9/11s in one day. And what that does, it compounds individual tragedy, but it means a society, the fabric of society is ripped. Its institutions, its infrastructure is so destroyed with the people that the long-range rebuilding becomes almost impossible, especially in a country that has so little infrastructure and is so dysfunctional normally like Haiti.
I did a series of reports in Port-au-Prince in 1999 about millions of dollars that were unaccounted for U.S. aid. This recovery effort, rescue effort, is going to be tough to launch in a place like Haiti.
Well, Haiti, you know, and it's because it's had such corrupt politics, including with President Aristide, who was reinstalled by President Clinton and was not only crooked but crazy. One of the things that we see, though, about the Haitians is when they come to the United States, to a free country, they do extraordinarily well. They work hard, they prosper, and that could happen in Haiti without this horrific corrupt government tradition.